So this is a live confessional for round I think it's round 9. Um I don't know. But I'm just here to basically make some updates on my game and whatnot. So with that being said, and off to that horrible start, allow me to feed you all some additional information in exchange for that. So obviously, as a lot of you know, this game has been extremely difficult for me. In the beginning of this game, I was definitely a lot more silent, and that was intentional. It wasn't really on, purpose or anything like that, as far as, being inactive or just not enjoying the game, because I really do like this game. But people really have been sleeping on me. I've definitely been out of the box several times. I've already made a big move for my own game, which was that after my best ally was voted out, I stuck with the most, detrimental individual of my game. And it was where I decided to trick that person into keeping me safe. I stayed by one vote. It was his biggest mistake. So Chandler kept me. In exchange, I voted that ass out because honestly, you get what you get when you take out somebody that I was working with. You get what you deserve, and I did what I felt like that I needed to do. And it was Chandler's own mistake that he kept me in this game. So ever since then, I've been doing what I can to make moves in this game, make it more strategic and make it more tactical. I definitely am underrated as far as the way that I've perceived this game. A lot of people may not really be rooting for me, I believe, or may not understand the way that I've played this game, but I'm doing it in a way where I'm aligning myself with the most power at the second because, part of what Chandler said is true. I am aligning myself with a lot of power right now, but I'm not doing it to be a backstabber. I really do like all the people that I'm working with, and I'm going to do what I need to do in order to get farther in this game, but I'm also not going to betray people unnecessarily the way that Chandler did. So, with all of that said, I think Robbie, Natalie, and Romeo are my best bet moving forward, and half of the 10 that are left in this game have never even spoken to me to begin with. So they can miss me with all of that, and they can continue to ghost me or whatever it is, because I'll do what I want when I want. And if anybody has an issue with that, they're more than capable of taking me out. And that's just how I feel about the game because I'm just not going to be afraid to say what I have to say and do what I need to do.
So obviously you're going to elimination tonight. There's only 5 of you going. How nervous are you going into tonight that one small wrong move could end your game?
Well, and that's a great question, and I'll explain to you like what my thought process is on that and what my plan actually is. So going into elimination tonight, I am nervous because I don't want the worst case scenario to happen where I go home. And I feel like that anybody else who goes home, love everybody to death that I'm working with. But if it ain't me, well, that just makes me one step closer to the finale. And with that said, I really don't want to see either of us, me or Natalie, at this current moment in time, since Robbie and Romeo are on the other side, go out. So what I'm planning to do is that I've convinced Robbie to allow all of us, to be able to exchange all of these powers together because Robbie's contained so many briefcases. And, he's had so many powers in this game with Keaton ironically handing me his briefcase and giving me the vest. What I'm planning to do this round is that with how quiet it's been, I feel like that Mark and them are going to want me to flush out my vest for myself. But in actuality, what's really going to happen is that Robbie's going to give Natalie a vest, and what's going to happen is that Robbie is going to give that to her. She's going to play the vest on herself. If they don't nullify the vest, I'm going to play my vest on myself. If they try to nullify the vest on me, then it's obvious that we know whose target it is by isolation. I'm sorry, who the target is by isolation. And then hopefully me, Tony, and Natalie all vote the same way. I'm trying to make sure that these people don't vote for Tony, only because there's no point in voting for Tony right now if you don't know if he's going to actually vote with us. Now, if he doesn't vote with us, then you'll know that you can't trust that bitch. But, I'm all for giving people a chance. And if you break it, we're going to know. It's 5 people. It's pretty obvious. And we know who has immunity. And the scariest scenario is that if Mark's immune, I have a vest, Natalie has a vest, then it's literally, and if for some odd reason Slade would ever have a vest, then literally the only one that can go home is Tony, unless there's no nullifiers involved. But with that being said, said, that's just basically my perception of this game. I feel like that there's going to be a lot to say at Tribal Council tonight. Not Tribal Council, elimination. And depending on how people are feeling, I've never spoken a word to Mark, never spoken a word to Slade. I don't even fucking know her. Okay. So yeah, that's all that.
So you mentioned, you're gonna wait and see if anyone nullifies Natalie's vest if she has
Mhm.
one.
Mhm.
And if no one nullifies it, you're going to use yours. So what happens if you use yours and a nullifier is played on you, and for some reason the vote is just 4-1 on you?
Oh, I I mean, I would legitimately be devastated if that was to happen to me. Um, I would feel very betrayed. Um, I wouldn't really want to say this, but I would definitely say that, Chandler would be right in the instance of the fact that they would just cut me whenever they wanted to not use me anymore. But the thing about me is that I feel like that I do my best when it comes to trying to figure out like that feeling of like, if I feel like I'm leaving or not, like there's always a good perception of how I'm feeling in the game. And like I know where I stand and I know where people view me. And I'm never safe at a elimination. I know what to expect with these people and what not to expect. And that's why, like, if I get eliminated, it's not really a blindside to me because I know I'm always on the chopping block. I've been on the chopping block since day one. So being on the chopping block tonight and potentially going home is no different.
And then, final question. So if you could say anyone other than yourself that you could see make it to finale right now, who would it be and why?
Well, honestly, I would really love to see Natalie Fanella make it to the finale. Natalie is just so vibrant, so outgoing, such an exciting, kind-hearted individual with so much personality and a lot to offer to this org world and to society in general. And I just feel like that girl has such a pure heart. She's a little messy at times, but it's okay because I'm the pound saw that cleans the mess. So, I definitely feel like that girl has a lot of potential to do really well in this game. And with that being said, I just cannot wait to see how much more that she continues to grow if she continues to stay in the game.
All right. Do you have anything to add before I end this?
I just would like to say that, if these are my final hours in Ascendance, then wow, these bitches play me great. I don't really know what I would say, but I would just be like, oh my God, like I can't believe I'm actually out after saving somebody that I was with. But I really hope that ultimate betrayal would not happen. If it does, oh my God, I would be blind. I just would like to say that this game has been great. I'm continuing to have an amazing time. And if I stick around for another round, then I definitely have a lot more to offer. I'm definitely probably one of the players to watch out for strategically, not physically as far as competitions go. But just with the way that I can basically be a tactician, with the way that I know that I can mesh myself in, being a level headed and knowing that I am a constant target through all of these people because I'm not popular. I don't, act fake in order to be friends with other people. Like if I like you, I like you, and if I don't, then I'll say something. And when you disrespect me, you're gonna know when you disrespected me. For example, Keaton's little attitude problem. Boop. Chandler's little, oh, I'm gonna get you next, bitch. Boop. So I'm getting out the people who cause me a problem, and if you cause me a problem, then you know what? I'll solve it myself, and I'll do what I can to solve it. And that's my final words on that. So
All right. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and stop this.
okay.